is actually fight the Atlas with the Rafaela, where your speed up can run away from the engage, and then you have your first ability to slow him down. And if he conceals, you got the first ability to cancel that.
Because then once he's like caught,
then it's like
he's like pretty much dead. Like,
he's like you're just standing there waiting for your perfect match while you're taking free hits.
And after you use that second skill, it's not like you can get away unless you burn the flicker.
Yeah.
Right? So
as we expected, it's the Freya rushed. The full Visenakai really just felt like it was an obvious pick that they were just gonna go for the Freya to make sure it's safe. Most likely still going to go into the EXP, or is it going to be just an Esmeralda? Yeah, Esmeralda tree.
And then, do they want to go for a tanked jungle here? Because we still have the Baxia. I'm not so sure how worth the Fredrin is right now. I'm actually quite surprised we don't see too much Eves. We see Eves, but not super prio.
Yeah.
Maybe just because they have the idea that Eve is perfect against tank jungle, so don't show it up too early, and there goes the Harara.
Okay, so my theory of teams wanting to go ahead and give it a test, give it a whirl, is staying true, at least from series to series so far. This time we'll see it in the hands of Team Falcons MENA, trying to make it work, and also the Esmeralda over here. So I'm wondering, again, what do you pair up with it so that you have the best chance of success for the Harara to work? Because, yeah, right there, it's open. Belric and the Kimmy goes to Falcon Daisies.
I'm kind of glad that we are at a point where we're kind of scared of Belric.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he's never truly been a part of the meta.
Yeah, he's never been a threat.
At most, a niche counter.
Yeah. Niche counter or just very select teams who's like, okay, we're going to play. And the last time I remembered that was the day when he was still a little beetle boy.
Yeah.
Before he grew up into the tree. So it's good to see.
Oh, the high loss pickup. This is very interesting. Interesting in the sense that I think there are other picks that you can prio, but you pick up the high loss. Very interesting, no?
It is. What are they trying to supplement? It seems like it's more they're trying to set up for something. Because if you're thinking that the stun is just to delay the Freya just a little bit, it's too much for one hero. You're gonna be taking a lot of damage in the mid from the Kimmy and the Belric being there. So I think Falcon should not overlook a Lilia potentially getting picked up by Falcons MENA.
Can we entertain the idea that maybe this is a pairing for Hirara where you need a front line that consistently slows the enemy so that Hirara can go in and out pretty safe?
Yeah. Like considering the Esmus.
Maybe. We'll see, right? Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe it does work. At this point, I'm here as a fan.
Yeah, but I think that's why it's so correct when you said, I feel like she's just kind of misunderstood because even teams, they're trying to get the reps in, trying to see what is the best way to make Harara. Because I think once teams figure that out, and maybe we even see this more so once we get to also to MSC here at EWC, once that's figured out, it's going to be kind of crazy what you're actually the potential for Harara is. Or maybe teams just kind of eventually just say, you know what, no more. We don't want to deal with it anymore. But there it is, Red 4, Lilia comes through.
Yeah, and now adding your thought to the slows. Even the Lilith, once that picks up Ice Queen, that's good setup for the Hirara.
There's a lot of slows here.
Yeah.
Even for Esme, right? Because Esme, she just really wants to stick onto someone, but some people are just too fast.
Yeah. So does that mean that you want to... finally get to see a Link today. Okay.
Oh, we can't even hear the cheers.
Yeah, we like the Link too.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's nice to have an audience.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
And our audience are all experts.
A CC. Haven't seen the CC for a while. So, Chotomate.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Because of the Belric, it makes...
Which one is the goal there? Is it a CC or the Freya?
I think it... Well, that's the question, right? I think it's going to
be.
Unless they end up switching. Yeah, they both can be.
I think in lane, Freya does a little bit better against Esmeralda. CC, sometimes you're just like stuck there like, oh, okay, you're shielded. I'll use my blitz. Oh, it's like you're just hitting at shields over and over again. While the Freya can constantly damage. I'm trying to think like, what can they pick in gold? This is always the tough part of
Moskov?
With the Ling, the knockback, that would be good. Yeah. That's a good pickup.
And against the Freya as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Unless they go for something really funny like an Obsidian, but no, with the Bella
or Bruno.
Just go Moskov.
Clint.
Huh.
I see the idea, but it's not without its risks.
Yeah.
Right? You try to kill them first.
Yeah.
But if you don't kill them first, they're gonna kill you. That's the philosophy in life. Kill them first, if not
in MLBB.
In MLBB.
In MLBB.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best defense is amazing offense.
Quick reminder for all y'all. Get checked for paranoia. Nice too, LaFell. Let's go.
So, thank you very much, Remar. Yes, my name is Afel, alongside with Nice. I think the biggest question mark is really going to be on this Ling.
The Ling.
I feel like Ling, 2 items is going to be pretty strong. The only question is, what is that second item, right? I feel like Berserker will be the first.
Yeah.
And it's either the Windtalker or the Haas Claw. I've seen some people experiment with the Sky Piercer, but I think teams will try to stay off that.
Like, was his buff good enough?
I've gone up against some Lings when we flew back to our own countries.
Yeah.
It looked kind of nasty. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we are jumping into the game in the Land of Dawn. We got to see Starsoy on this Ling. Can she make it work against the Herrera being used by Nana? And then we go for a pause.
All right. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer. You know? But yeah, I think, looking at the emblems too.
Fatal for the Ling just to have more crits.
A little more, the crit.
Which honestly, it's less about the Ling buff and more about the Berserker Fury buff. Now that's nasty.
Yeah.
You have physical damage, you have crit chance, you have crit damage increase, and then you have true damage whenever you crit. That's quite a lot of on-hit bursts.
So this is going to answer the question too. If you're stalled out early on in an assassin jungle, right?
Yeah.
How punishing exactly is that? Because now that you have two assassins against each other,
yeah.
Who, like, you know, what context does that bring into, let's say, first turtle even, right? Whoever gets pressure. Or is it going to be the case where both the teams just don't even put pressure there? They just let their, assassin junglers build up the way that they need to in a natural process, and then you fight it out full power for your first turtle. Because if you think about it, Herrera versus a Ling in general, it's a very different. They're both going to be looking for that opener.
Yes.
So it's up to the rest of the team to secure the space that they need for that to happen.
If I was a coach, the thing that I would do is do what Phoenix did just now, which is select one target and then keep that target down indefinitely. And with that, you have more jungle control. So instead of taking down the jungler directly, you just take their farm away. And that's just going to be enough, especially if you're the Ling, because you can take their farm and then immediately go back to your own jungle. And then that snowball is just going to be too much for anyone to really deal with.
Yeah. So who is the main?
Who was there? The Hylos.
The Hylos. Yeah.
If you kill the Hylos enough, they have no forward momentum.
Yeah. That's the unfortunate life of a
Actually,
realm,
wait. It's Ling against a Lilia. Lilia does not have a lot of HP. Yeah. The Ling needs no items to take down a Lilia.
Yeah. As soon as you hit level 4, you're maybe even before. Yeah. You know how many times we've seen almost a first blood happen in the first minute?
Yep.
But let's jump back into the game. This is what we were talking about. We'll see exactly what happens here. But yeah, the Lilia with the Hylos. You have across from them the Belric and the Kimmy. So one thing's for sure, no one goes down in that first minute. They just go to the default. Secure what they need to. It looks like that's going to be orange start for Starsoy.
Yeah, let me just say, Naisu, as roamers, we can kind of tell how the team is going to play based on the boots that they buy. Because after the buff of Conceal, basically everyone went Conceal, right?
Yeah.
But look at the Hylos. He actually went for Encourage. So I feel like Falcons MENA, they're going to be more reactive and kiting back instead of being super proactive in their fights. That's a very interesting choice. We haven't seen Encourage for a while. It's basically been all Conceal.
It's funny because I just, I actually prefer Encourage.
Yeah.
But I just know Conceal is the way to go.
Yeah.
Especially because, at this level of play, that's exactly what you need to be able to do. You need to pop that Conceal, kind of surprise the enemy or opposing team with it. But yeah, this could be a change of pace anyway to go ahead and start into this game one. You can see exactly what we were talking about too, where both junglers are pretty much unbothered in the early minutes of the game. So this leads into that first turtle, right? First objective. They both got the level 4s that they needed. This is pretty much as easy as it gets for jungler pathing into your first objective take.
Looks like it's a ladies' tree where they're just like, you don't bother me, I don't bother you. We'll just get whatever's free.
Ladies' agreement.
So, gentlemen's agreement, ladies' treaty.
Ladies' treaty. I like that. Yeah. First turtle, fight for the space here. Nucci holding up that front side. She's still got the Revitalize, so they've got plenty of time to go ahead and deal with this. Half health on the turtle right now. Kiko joining the fight too. I think they just want to fight it out. Valkyrie's set going to be used. She jumps on in. They're crashing down. Nucci going to be first. Double for Kiko. Names now joining the fight. She's going to go for it too, but she gets catered down on here right under the turtle. And Names goes down. 3 kills for Falcon Daisies here, plus the turtle.
It's unfortunate because Names had her flicker.
Yeah.
And I really don't think Names should have been there in the first place.
Like maybe just stayed in the gold lane.
Exactly. You're a clip. And it's against a Freya. So I really feel like Falcons MENA, they dropped the ball there. Like they try to fight fire with fire. But your fire is like a...
It's not there yet. It's an ember at this point.
It's from a lighter.
Yeah, it's an ember. It's just this.
Exactly.
It's not a flame yet. Not a full force flame.
It's a Charmander against a Charizard.
Oh, that's what it feels like. You know, at this point too, in this kind of composition that Team Falcons MENA has, it's one of those ones. Like I said, if you are to delay this Harara, you might be in a bad position. And you can see them. They're staying bunched up together. I think they just want to try to get a kill and convert. Wrath of the Dragon to be used. Oh, a traction pulse too in there. Starsoy joining the fight. Tempest Blaze already going to be used. Looking to pick up a kill on Nucci, but they will be able to escape. But you're already seeing the potential here.
Yep, you can see how Ling just, I think 2 hits almost took down Syrinx, but yeah, it's a good thing that she was able to get out of there with the black shoes. And now looking at the goal difference here, it's not much just yet, but look at Freya being almost like 800 gold ahead of Names. That's trouble for everyone from Falcons MENA.
Yeah, this is one of those things again where, you know, right now it doesn't look like too much, a bit of a lead for Falcon Daisies, but this has started the momentum that they need. With this kind of lineup that's built to snowball, especially with a Ling. Remember, when Ling was a menace, you know, before he completely fell off the face of the world.
I remember MSC24.
Yeah. Like, he's the snowball potential for him is what's so scary. And now after the bit of a buff that he's had, we're going to see if it actually works out. There's Berserker's Fury, like you mentioned.
Yep.
The go-to item, especially rushing it in for Starsoy.
Yeah, if you really want to be fast, you pick up a Windtalker. If you want to be able to sustain, you pick up a Haskell. At this point, I feel like Windtalker, man.
Oh, they're going to find it again. Wrath of the Dryad going to be able to lock down Syrinx. She can't even get away. Nucci could potentially be next. A jump in from Nocturne. They're going to go for it. Afu gone. They're fighting back here. Team Falcons in the mid lane. Nucci falls to get the turtle. They want the kills. And now after 2, Falcons Daisies will go for the turtle.
And look at how nasty that was between Era as well as Jay. Multiple ways to lock down the opponents. The moment the curtain call hits onto anyone from Falcons MENA, you can see that they have no idea how to respond to that. It's been a while since we've seen CC, and you just can't get used to it.
Oh, Kiko just threaded the needle so close. Burns the flicker. Names goes in with a shield. Will keep Kiko alive. What a play to stay alive in that one. Turtle still for the taking here. Neither team wants to commit just yet.
You hear cheers, you hear groaning, so you know which side favors which. But yeah, I feel like Names, if she reacted just a little bit earlier, that was
a little bit earlier.
100% a kill.
Man, that shielding coming in clutch there too. Kiko would have been a great kill to take down. Now that she's got a couple kills for her, but they're going to fight for it anyway. A lockdown coming through, and now Nocturne jumping on forward. They're going to fight for it anyway. Traction Pulse going to bring Nucci back, and now Kiko once again. Tempest Blaze going to be used, and he'll chase down Nana. Starsoy picking up a kill, looking for another as she finds Nucci. And now Syrinx cut off from the team. Kiko just unleashing hit after hit with nowhere to go. Kiko's on a killing spree.
Whoever gets the early game nice, so it becomes so unfair so fast. Like, even though it's a 2,000 gold lead, the fact that Starsoy got her Berserker Fury super fast, she don't care if you're tanky. I have 2 damage. That's not something you can say before. The Berserker Fury buff, it's life-changing for all the crit heroes.
And Starsoy just having a hell of a game. She's on fire right now alongside Kiko. And this is just so much that you can utilize. I mean, even the traction pulses, man, have done a great job at either counter-engaging or engaging.
Look at how crazy this is. Sky Piercer and Haskell. It's kind of like, how much do we want to extend our lead?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yes.
Yes. There
that
you
much.
go. I like that Star Soy, like going for the Windtalker is going to be cheaper, but at this point she's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just need to stay alive.
This is such an impressive game one from Falcon Daisies, especially considering what they brought in the draft. I mean, this is why we open the day with highlighting MWI's meta. You know, from year to year, it's always refreshing to see what the ladies decide to draft. You know, it's a different style of play, but then again, also you have the meta that's ever changing, ever shifting right now.
Yep.
And hopefully this is just shades of what we get to see for the weeks ahead. Right now, Jay, she's going to take a couple shots. She's going to be fine, though. Still has a Revitalize, too. And now, Kiko could be the next target. Nocturne jumping in. A couple members. Team Falcons MENA waiting patiently.
And right now, honestly, looking at Falcons Daisies, with the lead that they have, their draft is absolutely perfect because they have a lot of burst, but also they have range with that Kimmy. So the moment Falcons MENA lose the front line, you're gonna see those turrets get destroyed.
Yeah, this is one of those things, you know, where it's like, just like we usually see with a Moscow, for example, the Ling puts so much pressure on the opposite end of the map, and that's what Starsoy was able to go ahead and do. And now this Lord's up. Falcons MENA, they want to go ahead and contest this. Half health. They got to make a decision very quickly, but I think it's going to be way too late because you got Syrinx on the other side of the map. So that is a free Lord take for Falcon Daisies.
Right now, it's just that Falcon Daisies, they have an unpunishable dive, right? Yeah. Unless Falcons MENA had a Belleric, there's no hesitation. The Freya can go in. What are they going to do, right? Yeah. The Ling goes in. What are you going to do? I don't see a Cho. I don't see a Kaja. I don't see anyone to lock us down. And even if someone makes a mistake, look at the firepower of the Kimmy, the Freya, heck, even the CC.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's one of the stories for today. Unpunished.
Unpunished. It seems like that's been the storyline, at least for our matches over here on Stream B. But you know, I think the closest thing they have to a lockdown is what, the Glorious Pathway from Nucci. You know, they try to slow them down at least and get that stun off, but it's just not enough. And with this Lord making its way slowly down that bottom side, Falcon Daisies, they've got the idea here. Sea Halberd picked up by Kiko. Gonna help kind of handle some of that revitalize healing and the rest of the sustainability that comes with Falcons MENA here. But they've got to get prepped and ready for this base push.
Yeah. I feel like for the coaching staff or Falcons MENA as well has to really rethink about the draft because this is kind of like what Navi did earlier and hoping that they get such a huge lead early that doesn't care. And look at Nuki. Woo-wee! 50% HP gone by 1 CC.
Yeah, traction pulse used as well. But the Lord was cleared up. Still just trying to get that Holy Defense Shield. Top one's going to pop as well. Good push there from Starsoy. Falcons MENA have to figure something out here as they're trying to hold on desperately. The last bit of turrets that they have. They're going to go for this stun. They've got some damage on Jay. She's going to be fine, though. Pop of the Revitalize, and she's able to get out there just fine. Tier 2 turret down and taken care of. Falcon Daisies take what they want.
I feel like at this point, it really is on the mistakes of Falcon Daisy because I don't think that Falcons MENA has a comebackable draft. They have quite good wave clear with the Lilia, but then you're hoping for names to have enough burst damage to really take down Falcons. Look at the items right now. It's not looking good. Endless battle into the Malefic Gun, and that's part of the reason why Clint really needs a very good early game. Your items are just expensive, which I really feel like that's the biggest mistake that Falcons MENA did was the fact that Neems tried to join Turtle 1 against a Freya, against a Ling, against a Kimmy. Should have just stayed in lane.
It's one of those things where mistakes cause objectives and objectives cause games, right? That's what we're seeing built up here. And here's another one. A team fight's going to break out in the jungle. Here's Starsoy off the backside, but Syrinx will go down first. It's a double for Kiko. They burn the flicker. They find it. 2 pickoffs easily. Just cutting them off for Team Falcons MENA.
Unless Falcons MENA can stall the game to 90 minutes, I don't see them having the firepower. I really don't. You know, like as much as we got to give hope and everything, we got to be realistic. With the draft that Falcon Daisies have, it's a rough game. It is a rough game.
It's one of those things where there's almost just too many ways for this compositions from Falcon Daisies to pick what they want.
Yeah.
You know, that last team fight, that last little sandwich play was exactly what we're talking about. And Falcons MENA just keeps going for it. Now Nucci going to be in trouble too. Locking down once again. Glorious Pathway on the defense. Starstory will join the fight. Goes in. Syrinx down once again. They still have the base turrets, but without Syrinx, without a Revitalize, without a Glorious Pathway, what kind of defense can Falcons MENA have?
Nice. So today I learned, right, if Hirara gets tied down with the current call, even with the iframe, she can't move.
She can't move. They're going to have to try to figure a way to move through this. Bottom turret already down. Nucci going to be next. She is deleted and gone. Looking for more. Lord still up. Tempest Blades just for some finesse. And the base is going to be locked on as Falcon Daisies look to end the game. They're taking so much damage, though. They still have to respect the damage coming through from names, and they can't end the game just yet.
Not yet, but here's the thing. Like, Falcons MENA, I feel like most of the damage came from Syrinx, so I think that's good. Looking at the gold difference here, it really doesn't matter that much, except when we look at the jungle. Almost 4,000 difference, and this is one of the scariest things about the Ling, is that the Ling is so fast that a 200 gold lead will eventually feel like 4,000. So
Yeah.
with the endless battle as well, the on-hit damage from Starsoy, like imagine if she jumps down and that just so happens to be a crit. It's going to be a crit. There's going to be true damage, and then there's going to be true damage on the Endless Battle as well. Endless Battle as well as Hasclaw as well as the Berserker Fury has so much physical items there, so the scaling on Ling's first hit is going to be enough for it to be like, yeah, you don't want this smoke.
You don't want this. You don't want anything to do with this, and that's kind of been the nature. That's why I'm so surprised that we continue to see Falcons MENA just be like, yeah, we do want something to do with this. Like, they've been showing up in the jungle every time, like, hey, you know, and
no, imagine like they go in and say, that's all you got? That's all you got?
that's how it's felt. But
some of us are still up.
you know, LaFell, I think at this point too, they might be just looking for that kind of Hail Mary, you know, just trying to make something where they either get a massive shutdown, a ton of gold, and the right target here. But at this point, it's almost a wish up into the air. You got 20 seconds for this lore to come up. You already lost one of your base turrets. The shields are down. This is where that decision making comes into play for Falcons MENA as well. Do we contest? Do we fight? Do we just hold on in our base? You know, what do they do here?
I'm gonna bring a counter argument and just say Falcons Daisies.
Yeah.
If you don't close out the game soon, every minute that you give Falcons MENA is an opportunity for a mistake to happen. Right? So as much as you are so comfortable in the lead, 13-1, 10k gold lead, the moment you're like, we don't have to end this now. We need more airtime. And eventually, Falcons, like, you just need to get lucky once. Right? That's also the thing that you guys have to understand. You just need to get lucky once, and then after that, everything's in your favor.
Oh, man. We'll see if this is going to be in their favor. You know, it was about 4 minutes ago when he said they need 9 minutes. So they got another 4 minutes to go. And
yeah.
maybe for Falcons MENA, by that time, they would have bought themselves enough time to catch up on some of the itemization, defensiveness as well, and they can look to punish Falcon Daisies if they get a little overzealous, if they overstep this. Now, this could clearly be a win push with this Lord already making its way down bottom. Just depends on how they play this.
And it's very sick. This is very nice coming in from Falcons Daisies. So clean.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough one for Falcons MENA to defend.
Yeah, Names is going to clear out that top wave at least. Going to work on this mid too. They have to deal with the Lord. Trying to buy some time here, Kiko, but still, this is a great defense so far from Falcons MENA. Lord's got to be worked on unless they push this a little bit further. Gore's pathway to slow things down, but so far, so good for Falcons MENA. Clearing out the waves. They've bought themselves more time.
Let's talk about what will happen if this game goes long enough. Nana on this Herrera will have very low cooldowns, making it so that she can fight. Oh, hold on, someone got caught.
They're going to go for Nucci, Wrath of Dry, and everything else. The team has to show up for her, and they will be enough, but Starsoy will take out Syrinx. So Nucci will survive, but the trade for the mid lane for Falcons MENA.
That's the advantage when you have a crit hero.
Yeah.
Syrinx didn't have time for the black shoes or the flicker. Like the burst is just too much. She couldn't expect it.
Oh, traction pulse again. Starsoy waiting on the wings here. They just want to clear out the waves. That's all they have to do. But I'll tell you what, man, Falcons MENA doing a phenomenal job at defending. Again, they're down thousands and thousands of gold, but they've essentially brought them up to this point in about 7 minutes from the last time that Falcon Daisies were knocking on the base turrets.
Eventually, Nana will be so good in a long team fight, and Names will be so good in a short team fight. Look at it, even with the BOD, right? Look at Names. Names is just one item away. Either you go for a win of nature just to make sure you don't die instantly to Starsoy, or actually, I think that is going to be the item. The other item I would consider is perhaps a rose gold.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to be the win of nature route. Looking at Harara as well. Cooldown reduction. I think at this point, there's going to be enough cooldown for Harara to actually have a good tango in a fight around the Lord. So even though the goal lead for Falcons Daisies is 12,000, it's becoming less and less important.
Yeah. At that point, it's almost just the ability to go ahead and switch out defensive items. You know, it's like now we're in the territory where it's item juggling. You know,
Immortal
Immortal
Winter.
Going for that. They do have full control around this Lord right now, and this is going to be, it's just going to go in their favor. So they'll be able to go ahead and grab this. Now this is where, because you're past that 18-minute mark too, and you know the game has dragged on to this point. Now you got to deal with defending against an evolved Lord. Now you got to be able to go ahead and juggle this out better. Now, I will say, Falcons MENA has bought themselves the time where they're actually capable of making that happen.
I think they had a short discussion where they said they're the strongest inside their own base. Right? There's just no way where Falcons Daisies can go in without taking damage. So I think they took a calculated risk and say that this is going to be a tough Lord to defend against. But if we can defend it, we win.
Forest Pathway drop down in mid lane. They want to hold out as long as they can. That's a lot of damage on Jay. She's going to be careful here too. Nana goes back to heal up. Mid turret finally goes down. Lord's at half health. They're going to be able to clear this out. Jay, though, isn't a part of the fight. She already popped the Revitalize too. So once again, Falcons MENA will successfully defend against an evolved Lord nearing that 20-minute mark.
If you can defend that Lord, you can win.
You can win. You can.
I feel like they can now because even Nocturne has scaled up to the point where she's becoming nigh unkillable.
Yeah.
So, Falcons Daisies, this could be one of the biggest upsets of being like 13,000 ahead and then still losing.
Yeah, there's a potential for this to completely flip on the heads of Falcon Daisies here if they're not careful enough. Even taking out 2 base turrets. Again, we're talking about the threat of now the late game composition and itemization from Falcons MENA. You can see that Wind of Nature was picked up there. 4 names. Harara as well, nearly there. You know, just sometimes enough damage, but it's Nocturne, there's the BOD. And even for Syrinx has died multiple times, but her damage throughput on the Lilia is stopping Falcon Daisies in their tracks half the time.
Right. She's taking a lot of damage here.
Jay's going to go for it. Goes in with the Wrath Dryad off the conceal. Kiko looking for an angle on the backside too alongside Starsoy. She's going to jump in. Tempest Blade is going to be used. Crashing down. Looking to pick up a kill. They find a Names. That's a big pickup. Nucci falls. The 1-for-2 trade. Chasing them down to the jungle they go. You can't escape Starsoy though. She's looking for another. Takes them down. Arya will get the kill. 1 left. It's only Syrinx. As Falcon Daisies, they don't have a wave pushing in just yet. Mid lane will be able to follow, and Syrinx, she wants to clear this out and delay it, but she's pushed off. Black Shoes already, and that's game 1 in 21 minutes, going over to Falcon Daisies.
Congratulations to Falcon Daisies, but I gotta say, I gotta bring it up instantly. For Falcons MENA to win, Names, you can't make that kind of play. I don't know why she dashed in the middle of the team fight. She should have dashed away, but she dashed in. That's your only dash. So, yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. Everyone makes those mistakes.
Yeah.
Right? Everyone makes those mistakes, but not a 500,000 USD tournament. This is where the point is like one small mistake costs you thousands.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those things, too, where once again, I don't know. Harara is just not working for teams. But I do want to say props to Falcons MENA being down as much as they were and staying in for as long as they did.
Agreed.
You called it out. They needed about 9 minutes. They got about 10, into that game. And they extended it. They fought hard, but yes, some of those mistakes, like I said, mistakes lead to objectives. Objectives lead to games, and that was the case throughout this game one for them.
And now bringing in. So now, honestly, want to bring in Remar because even you were like, why did she dash in? Because if the Clint stayed alive long enough, maybe, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I was already quite miffed about it since, well, you pointed it out as well, Turtle number one. What was the Clint doing there? You're up against a Freya. You're up against a Ling. And you are the guy who's supposed to be popping off at around 8-9 minutes with your damage that when the Freya and the Ling goes in, you're realizing it's not easy to survive up against a burst damage of a Clint. It seems like for a moment, just for the very first Turtle, Falcons MENA forgot what kind of composition they were up against, what heroes they were up against. They fought into it, then they were harshly reminded the heroes that you're up against early game, they love that.
Oh yeah, and that's what set them so far back early on. I mean, as we take a look at the highlights here, this is that fight. You know, this is that that first fight for the Turtle, and you can just see that just his names, like LaFell mentioned, traveled all the way down here, and then just got targeted on. Like when they see the Clint, and she couldn't even flicker. You know, so that is just a big setback as overall as a team off that first Turtle fight.
I do gotta say though, shout out to all the Bella fans. Because at this point, I think they're going to make a petition and be like, hey, another skin.
We need a Belric skin,
Some kind of a MWI skin exclusive. Because Belric has been popping as much as Urara hasn't been able to work. Belric is having the time of his life today. But I just feel like we don't want to target any of the players, but Names really got to make sure that she plays Clint perfectly because the team needed that.
Honestly, it's times like these where I'm really starting to miss Joe, man.
Are you?
I'm really starting to miss Joe. You know, those fast rotating, has the damage, the constant vision. Should open things up a little bit more. I think it was warranted that we hyped up the potential combo that they had to help set up for the Hirara. But at the end, it was like when you're up against an actual wrecking ball of a composition. It's like, what can a poor lowly high loss do against a Freya and the Ling, which is gonna tear through everything? And even not just those two, CC did their job. We mentioned the Ling, Kimmy. It seems like it was just perfect out the route for Falcon Daisies.
Yeah.
You know what I would call this draft?
What would you call this draft?
The debt collector.
The debt
Debt collector.
Debt collector?
They're relentless. They keep on chasing it, and it's like, what are you going to do about it, right?
Yeah.
The Freya and the Ling, that's it. And it's just like, there's no way for you to run.
It's nice to see the Ling work.
Yeah,
the way that Star Soy was able to make it work, because she just did a great job. But yeah, Kiko, I mean, all of them. I think, again, as a team, Falcon Daisies made this work, and it was great to see in game one.
And I'm very happy, of course, for the members of Falcon Daisies. Specifically, well, Ira, Afo, Jay, and Kiko, specifically the members from Myanmar, because they have been grinding out, trying to make it into MWI for the past two installments, but they always just fell short. They were either stuck at 5th to 8th or 3rd to 4th. This is them finally making it to the stage, and it's so good to see that they started off their campaign this year with a dominant win against an experienced team, against a team like Falcons MENA, who has danced in this hall for multiple years.
Hasn't that been the case today so far?
Yeah,
that's
true. In day one, where it's like, you know, you have these teams with these this amount of experience, this veterancy, and then you have some surprises too of where teams are taking them down.
Can I just say, experience can be your biggest enemy.
That's true.
When you have to unlearn and learn new things.
Yeah.
Right?
And every year or every season, we always have to unlearn and learn new things when we enter Rhino Day. And if you want, there are exclusive, brand new interactive effects for our Rhino Day now available. Check it out and join the celebration. You have these unique emotes that you can use. Go ahead, do that. Happy Rhino. Well, Rhino Day has passed, but I am very happy that they have finally started calling it Rhino Day.
When did that happen? Like, when did people start calling it Rhino Day?
I don't know. I've always just said Happy Rhino Day.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we go to a short break?
Sure. Let's go to a short break. We'll be right back in just a bit.
This ain't no regular thing. I came the human body was built to move. Not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
In MLBB, there are only winners and losers. In game number 1, the winner was Falcon Daisies, and they did so in emphatic fashion, dominating an experienced team in Falcons MENA. But I'm pretty sure you can see on the screens right now, the members of Falcons MENA, they're not letting it get to their head.
Yeah.
They're laughing, they're enjoying. That's what matters, having fun.
Actually, it's nice that he brought up the MLBB. There's only winners and losers. I feel like in my career, we had base races, and we legit don't know which one broke first. I think I experienced that one time in international.
Yeah.
It was one of the most hyped things because they literally broke at the same time.
So you couldn't. You're just waiting to see where the camera goes.
We just waited for Moonton in production to confirm to us which one broke first.
Cool.
That's like one of those things where it's like you got to take a timeout and like, got to review the gameplay.
Yeah.
You know, timeout. I mean, I guess the screen would tell you who won, but
No, not even. Like you'd have to wait. And I'm pretty sure it's like back end, like, oh, which camera do we cut to show the victor? Because like, hard to tell. Well, imagine how crazy it would be if you brought up that story and game number 2 ends like that.
No.
God, if that happens,
there's no.
that's the caster's either curse or bless.
Caster's manifestation.
Caster's scripting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we would be amazing script writers.
We would.
Yeah.
Caster's.
The only problem with us is that it will maybe not be approved.
if approval already takes a while, imagine if it was the casters.
This is why we're in front of the camera and not the people thinking the more important things behind the scenes.
That's why we don't ask for approval. If we know it's going to get rejected, why ask for it?
What was I saying? It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
There you go.
There it is.
Another life lesson. Hey, you guys are learning quite a lot.
Wait,
you guys want to send some gifts over?
But I feel like the life lessons I'm sharing are not that great.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it depends. Depends on how you look at it.
I learned a lot from you watching MLBH.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
I
I learned a lot from you when you're on the BM broadcast in MPLM.
You know what's funny? I'm not on the BM.
Wait, no, don't you show up at the BM broadcast sometimes?
Not anymore, no. For this season, I've been there once or twice.
Yeah, exactly. That one or 2 times.
I've never watched that.
And you know what? I appreciate the honesty.
Damn
it up.
I'm like, I'm gonna see him eventually.
Well, Falcons MENA is gonna be the first pick, as well as Falcon Daisy will be the second one. Bellary gets banned. The respect well deserved.
Respect.
I think we've set a precedence now of like Bellaric, no, thank you. Maybe Bellaric's a counter to Hirara. Did we ever consider that?
He could be. Because it helps with the, like, even if she iframes, technically, I think she's still in the Wrath of the Dryad, depending on where she goes through.
Or when she comes out, she's like immediately taunted. Yeah.
And it might be just a blue side ban now, man.
Oh, this is such a 2021 pick. Esmeralda Rush blue side first pick.
Where you just know, okay, that's going to be a Uranus in the XP lane.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Crazy the thing, not a lot of the players have been here since 2021. One of the only ones here is Jin Chao.
Yeah.
Yeah. She started her career in 2021. She's still here in 2026.
Good for her. Actually, majority of like not all of the Vitality players.
Yeah.
A lot of them are very experienced, but like not going back as far back as that.
Look whose turn it is to run the Hirara.
Hey, no Bellaric, am I right?
Oh, yeah?
If they lose.
If they win, it's the theory is solved.
That Bellaric is the counter.
Bellaric is the counter.
Yeah.
Wait, but are they really going to pick Hirara with Guinevere still open?
Oh, that's right. Well, what if they just don't pick it up?
That could be
Because
a
maybe Gwyn is just, like it depends on the player. You like it or don't.
I think Dive would be good. I wouldn't mind the Claude, seeing that Gord on the other side. You don't have to worry about the Bellaric.
I kind of wish we see more early Yuzongs.
Yeah.
'Cause there's
yes.
not too much counter to him. And even if there is, you can just find a way to play right. I did not expect this, Remar. I gotta say, I did not expect an early Hylos and a Moskov.
What are they? It's like, what are they trying to solve here?
Early Hylos and Masa. Yeah, this is very different than the patterns
Yeah.
that we've seen.
Are they gonna open up the map or what are they fighting for? This could be the Hylos could be a supplement to, well maybe they can't pick up the Claude anymore. Is it a supplement to whatever they're picking in the
Fanny
jungle?
Man. Haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
Fanny Man.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that one. So, yeah, I really. We were talking about how there was a team, was it Twisted Mind, that draft very honestly?
Yeah.
So now we have the opposite of that.
Yeah.
This is a very deceiving draft.
For Falcons MENA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like,
it's funny that it's a very deceptive draft with very honest picks.
Yep.
actually, yeah.
It's like, it's like now you're overthinking, like, and I can't help but overthink.
For me, like if I was a coach, I'm like, you're setting something up, aren't you?
Yeah,
Like,
Like there's
exactly.
something here.
there must be something I'm not seeing here. Like what? Somehow Hylos EXP and then Esme Jungle?
This is like a trust issues thing, like
Yeah.
a trust issues draft, where you're not 100% sure.
That's another theme for today. Trust issues.
Trust issues,
Trust
yeah,
issues,
trust
yeah.
issues. That Suyo band, so really honing in on the
Assassin.
jungle options here, yeah.
Why? What's up? Are they just gonna front to back? Is it just then gonna be a Fred Kimmy here for MENA? But then they're up against a Gordon. You don't see the gold, and carry's still open.
I'm just gonna say with this kind of opener, I don't know how to finish the draft.
Yeah. Actually, now
Yeah.
with the carry band out, I'm leaning towards the Fred Kimmy.
The Fred Kimmy.
yeah.
Yeah, I can see the Fred Kimmy working. But then you're really relying on either just your durability in the team fights and then playing for the Moskov.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe it's better to go for Baxia Kimi so that you don't have to rush the glowing one and go straight for Sky Piercer.
Or what about the juice?
Actually, yeah.
I think the Baxia's utility is still something that we should respect. The
Yeah.
clear is still very slow, but the anti-heal is very nice to have.
Yeah. To be fair to Falcon Daisies, they're reading into the potential of a utility jungle with a CC pick.
Yeah.
What about Juice and Fred?
You shit.
I'm worried not enough damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they somehow miraculously rush Sky Piercer on that juice
Yeah.
after
Which I
you
guess
get the
can.
gem. Yeah. But that's like that's such a demanding.
Yeah, that's very
thing.
demanding. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
You're just telling Cyrix, hey Cyrix, can you get like 3-4 kills early on?
Yeah. Could you do everything?
You're gonna do everything for us?
Crowd control, damage,
Yeah.
and looking good while doing it.
Yeah. I like the discussion that we saw there, a glimpse of it from Team Falcons MENA, because I think the last two picks are so.
Wait, hold on. This is
Important
Akai
here.
Rome, right?
Yeah.
It registered in my head. It does a Harara. Okay, Yisung is picked up as well. Kadena.
Oh.
Dude, that's a flavor, Naisu.
I thought they'd go like.
And Hanabi.
Then the Hanabi? So we saw Hanabi 1 earlier today.
Yeah.
I've never thought I would ever hear someone say Hanabi 1 with the split push.
Yeah.
Yep.
With the back door.
Quinn with the moves.
Yeah.
That is only something that would happen to us in our ranked games. But hey, I'm glad that we got to see something as crazy as that. Okay, one thing last thing I'll say here, Kadita, funnily enough, when she has items, can completely negate all of the shields of the Hanabi, leaving her wide open. Even if you don't land your combo to crowd control her, you can just burn through her shields. That's it. I'm gonna pass it back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Remar. This is LaFell as well as Naisu. He just dropped his pen. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear that.
He's been dropping a lot of things today, by the way, man. I mean,
Not just today.
remember the ride here?
The moment we all decide to go bear.
Hope you have that insurance.
Well, going into this game.
Sorry, it's called care. Hope you have the care.
Going into this game, ladies and gentlemen, we're jumping into the land of now. We gotta see whether
Welcome
Falcons MENA
to
with this
Mobile Legends.
very interesting draft, will it really work? I love Kadita, but
I love Kadita too, but I think this is a revenge game for Syrinx too. I think she really wants to burst down Falcon Daisies here because she had a heck of a time. Nice little flicker out there. She had a heck of a time on the Lilia in the previous game. So already a battle spell down. No, that's going to actually be a trade. Nocturne had to burn hers, so some battle spells going out.
Something to note here is that Nocturne does not have any movement speed in her emblem setup, so maybe sticking onto targets won't be the easiest. And we're looking at Syrinx here. Oh, hold on, Hirara.
Oh, little iframe utilization there. Starsoy will actually be all right, though. But she's going to work on her purple. I'm wondering if, I don't know if they're going to be able to continue to put pressure on her, so she'll be able to secure her buff. Meanwhile, mid lane's still going to be the focus.
Yeah, as I was saying, Syrinx has the pull yourself together as well as the rupture. So the moment she gets four either kills or assists combined, it should be pretty scary because that Petrify is such a game-changing spell. One of the reasons why Yuzog is so terrifying. Right.
I think the decision is because, like Renmar was saying, you know, just as a little side note, you can get rid of the shield from the Hanabi there for the hands of Kiko, but it's like you could also just delete the gourd. You know, and if you
honestly anyone,
anyone. That's the power of the Kadita, right? But there's very few teams and professional players that will pick up the Kadita.
Yep.
Even over in the men's league, there, it's one of those heroes. Like, you know your job, you know your assignment. Once it's done. If you haven't killed someone, you're kind of just waiting.
Because the window is quite small.
Yeah.
Right? If you're able to do it, perfect. Then you're all good. But the moment you keep missing your opportunities, you're kind of a sitting duck, especially because her wave clear isn't really the best.
Yeah.
So once you lose, you're kind of not helping a team out that much.
Let's see what happens here. That's exactly what we're talking about. Vengeance going to be used. A good usage of the Mystic Gush. And now the engagement. They're still going to pull off here, though. Revitalize, keeping them healthy for Falcons MENA. They're going to be able to take out Jay. First blood going to the hands of Nocturne.
Yeah, that was good. The extended team fight. Well, honestly, for both teams, the extended team fight is going to be pretty tricky because both mids really rely on their cooldown. So if they've used everything and no one dies, they're like, oh, basic attacks.
Yep. It's one of those things, too, where this time around, Names stayed up on that top side of that gold lane, and I think she got a little bit of that extra gold off of the turret. So Nana will secure the turtle. So good first objective take here for Falcons MENA to get things going. But whoa, a kill in the mid lane. I guess they got the lockdown on Nucci.
Oh, whoa, no, that's
pretty aggressive.
Haven't seen that for a while. Just because we haven't seen the flicker or not.
That's right. For a minute, my brain lagged. No, I was like, wait,
okay. Can do that?
Usually, it's the retribution.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've seen a Kai in the roam.
It's been such a long time. Good attempt. Maybe he's just practice, right? Like, I will fail now, but trust me, when the Lord comes up, it will be the best flicker ult you've ever seen.
Not how many heavy spins you do. It's about the one that counts.
He got caught.
Oh, no.
And runs away.
Oh, no. You can't get away from this. So slow with Glorious Pathway. Jay goes down. She tried. If only she had the flicker. Unfortunately, that's the punishment from Falcons MENA.
If I was a poo, I would be like, I told you so. I told you don't use the flicker for that, but it's like, well, there you go. Yeah, right now, Falcons MENA, again, like I said, looks much better this time, and I think part of it is because they're not taking as much risk.
Yeah.
And Belleric is a good counter engage, and they don't have that. Jay on the Sakai can kind of do it, but not as easy. Right? Like, Belleric is literally press and pray. Akai press, don't move, pray.
Yeah. There's a different approach to it. I mean, Belleric, that's why we saw in the last game where it's like Lima was the previous game where you were able to just walk up.
Yeah.
And also with the way Lima played it, it's just like you just walk up, rather try and flicker if you can. And so Jay is going to have to go into this kind of phase 2 where depending on how she builds the Akai roam, just because, again, we haven't seen too much of it, is something that can be said. Oh, Mystic Gush are going to be used. Gets the rough waves through, so a lot of ultimates already thrown out. Turtle's going to be up here. That's what they're going to fight for, though. Now Arya, she's half health. She's being focused down. Mount Shock are going to be used. They're going to go for the mid lane, too. Jay getting knocked into the air. There's a Starlum. Goes in. Wow, we have to burn the flicker. She's going to be fine, though. Sliver of health. Nucci goes down once again after burning the Revitalizer. Now still fighting in the mid lane. They're just duking it out, but Falcons MENA, hey, they won that fight. They'll get themselves the objective, it looks like.
And if this is going to shape up as all the team fights moving forward, we got to highlight a lot of Star Soy as well as Nana, because these long extended fights. Oh, hold on.
Oh, okay. Nocturne, tanky enough. She's going to be fine. Has all the shields in the world that we're going to work with. I don't think Falcon Daisies are willing to fight just yet against Nocturne on this Esmeralda.
Honestly, like for me, my worry was actually the mana, because she was running quite low. A good thing she was still able to survive. As I was saying, it looks like it is going to be a pretty prolonged team fight. So, Naisu, are you ready for another 17-minute game?
17? I think we're going north of 20, man.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of those cases because it's just both lineups. I mean, even so, like Kiko on the Hanabi, she's going to pop off later.
Yeah.
She has been able to go ahead and just pretty much try to farm up, but right now Names has that lead against her. Oh, Conceal's going to be used. Where's Jay going? Starsoy's here. Looks like they want to set it up. SOD was already thrown out too. Heavy spin goes through. They burn the flicker from Names though, so I think they're happy with that.
I would be happy for that, yeah, because the Conceal is only like 1 minute, so it's really not that big of a deal, especially because, you know, around the turtle, you don't need it just yet. For Falcon Daisy as well as Falcon's MENA, even though Falcon's MENA has 1,000 gold ahead, it doesn't disrupt what Falcon's Daisies really want to do, right? Because in terms of what Hanabi wants to do, like you want to have a good time in lane, and then eventually during a neutral objective, one good ult can help your team win a fight, especially when you have a Gord as well as a Hirara.
Yeah, this is one of those things too where it's pretty passive, you know, passive play right now for both of them. But I will say this, that eventually that clock is going to be up right now. Oh, they're actually going to go for Kiko. They just collapse down on her. A big choice to go up top, make a play before this turtle comes up. A projectile thrown out. Jay and Afu up here on this top side. They might just have to give this one over. You have the rest of the team rotating to the top side. I think they might try to contest, but Team Falcons MENA so far has been able to go ahead and control a lot of these team fights. They get a flicker out from Nocturne. The Mystic Gush was already used. A Revitalize to heal her back up. Nocturne's got the shields. She's not at a threat of dying here, so right now she'll reset. And they go up top. Heavy spin used on Names. Turret's already down. They're going to collapse down on Names. Names trying to get away, trying to get the space she needs. Glorious Pathway dropped down too, but Names will be taken out. Afu joining the fight up top. They're going to go for it. Nucci going to be next as she falls to Star Soy. They're looking for Syrinx. Nana trying to help out the team, but Syrinx can't get away either.
Nice, so I got to say, it has been a while for today, but this game, we see punishes, right?
Yeah.
You can't overextend. You can't get greedy. The moment you are at a position where you're gankable, you're going to get ganked, and then you're just eventually going to die. Right now, Falcons, Star Soy is there, so they should still be able to get this.
Oh, SOD. Oh, the SOD comes
goes
through.
in.
Names is joining the fight. Mystic Gush already going to be used. She flickers forward, and Afu also tries to survive, but what a falling Star Moon coming through from Nocturne. A big setup. Falcon Daisies, I didn't know if they wanted to commit to the Lord and they just made a mistake. And now a Lord will go over to Falcons MENA off of a great play in the in and out. Star Soy pushed off the turret.
I gotta tell you, Naisu, that looked like it was planned because a 4-woman falling Star Moon looked amazing, but at the same time, I think that's the best case of like a bunch of friends and just like, we'll wing it.
Yeah.
You throw the SODs like, do I go in? Just do it, and then we'll figure it out on the go.
Oh, man. Look at this replay.
Yeah, because Names push away. I think even she was like, wait, I didn't notice that the Gord was there. But then again, they just position in a way where Nocturne just jumps on a 4.
Oh, man. Oh, conceal from Jay. I don't know. Jay spotted out. She's not going to be able to follow through with that. Gonna get stunned here by Nucci. Star Soy is there. Bit of poking, but man, you can just see the damage currently isn't where it needs to be. I mean, even there's a lot left to see from Kiko here on the Hanabi, man.
I think that's a bit of a mistake. Because looking at Afu on the Gord, went for the Ice Queen 1.
Ice Queen.
It's not a bad item, but not what you need right now. I actually feel like getting a damage item would be much better. Even the Lightning Intention would be able to deal more damage than the Ice Queen.
Yeah. Oh, that is a burst right there on Starsoy. This could already be the push into the base. Kiko trying to hold down that Lord pushing through. Mystic Gush going to be used. The Holy Defense Shield will pop. Nucci goes down. And they will disengage. It was a 1-for-1 trade. Shield goes down, but they maintain the base turrets for Falcon Daisies.
Yeah, right now they really need another item on Afu because they just don't really have a draft that has a lot of damage, honestly. Like, I understand Ice Queen 1 is great, but Nana, Searings, as well as Names, they have a lot of dash.
Yeah.
Right? Slow doesn't really affect the dash. It can affect high loss. It can kind of affect Nocturne, but only kind of. So, yeah, we'll see how the game progresses. It goes long enough, it wouldn't matter.
I think they're really going for these fights here. Falcon Daisies now, Afu's going to be in trouble. Iron already taken care of. And they're trying to disengage once again. SOD's not going to land, but Nocturne has all the moves in the world to work for. And now Kiko in trouble. Double kill. 4 names. You can see the excitement there from Falcons MENA. They are feeling it in game 2. Nearing the 12-minute mark, they're looking to push down a base turret here in the mid.
Yeah, and now Names has more confidence. Look at Starsoy trying to clear the waves. Could not.
Couldn't clear it in time. They're going to lose that mid turret, but they will be able to clear this out. So it's not over just yet, but an 8,000 gold lead nearly for Falcons MENA. This is such a contrast from what we saw in game 1.
Yeah, look at the gold lead now. 3,000 gold difference. Nana on this Yi Sin Shin against Starsoy again with the Hirara. I think I will make this joke again, but I'm just going to say it now. Naisu, if Hirara has social media, maybe deactivate it for a day. A day or two.
It's not going good. Mystic Gush. They'll find Nucci. Oh, they might even be able to get another here. Lord already secured, though. Starsoy, half health, has to be careful on the engage, and SOD thrown out. Oh, Names is going to follow it through. Just keep them on their toes, is what she said.
You sound. I'm just keeping them on the toes, guys. Like, relax.
Just relax.
I mean, like, what are you going to do? Punish me? Please.
She doesn't even have liquor.
She doesn't even have liquor. You know what? That's the best showing of self-trust I've ever seen.
And how much of a lead you have.
Yeah.
Because that's what they have. This Lord is going to be worked on really quickly, though. Nocturne charging up. Falling Star Moon. She's going to go for Arya. Arya's going to be fine, though. She'll work on the Lord. Lord's going to be cleared out. Minions still pushing down to the bottom side, but so far, so good. Falcon Daisies on a successful defense. Now Falcons MENA, they might have just had to go ahead and reset. What this is ultimately doing, though, is buying some of that time that they needed to get the items over here to Falcon Daisies. Divine Glaive, though, for Syrinx is going to be great. If she can find the right target, burst someone down, that's a big advantage. Mount Chakra going to be used. They're going for Jay. She's trying to hold up on that front side. Falling Star Moon on the back. Kiko is gone. Jay as well. 2 down. And now Falcon Daisies looking at a full force of Falcons MENA. They don't have a wave just yet lined up. They'll wait for the mid wave. And it's going to be 5 versus 3. Falcon Daisies, they got to clear this out. They still have a Mystic Gush. They could throw it down in that mid to clear the wave. And Arya popping the Vengeance. There's the Mystic Gush. They're going to focus on the base anyway. Starsoy trying to help them out. Here's another wave. This should be it as Falcons MENA take us to our first game 3 of the day.
Isn't that crazy? The final game to close out Stream B goes to 3 games. Like, this is an amazing day. The only way, nice, I gotta say, for this day to be not so great is if you have like a media day after this, like some kind of interview or something. Like, imagine, right? Like, imagine if you do 4 best of 3s and then after that you just have to like do some kind of content. Yeah, that's gonna be rough for whoever goes through that.
Yeah, really rough. But hey,
Who's that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. At least we're getting some quality. Very quality MLBB action today.
You know who's not getting quality? Hirara.
Yeah, I think at this point I feel vindicated and very heard.
Yeah.
Hirara, I'm done with you.
I don't want to blame you anymore.
I don't want to blame you anymore, but it hasn't looked too good, Hirara.
Yeah, again, if she has social media, she'd be like, you know what, guys?
Yeah.
I'm going through a rough patch. Yeah. Please support me. I'll see you all next week.
The typical what if I deactivate?
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later deactivating.
I am seeing all your comments and I just want you all to know that you are being heard. I am understanding of all of your sentiments. But what if I deactivate?
Or there's trick number 2.
What?
You don't deactivate. You just have a black DP.
That true?
Especially on WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
But you know what's sad about
No,
that?
isn't it the default one though? Like
Yeah, but you know what's sad? When you do that and no one still texts you. So it's just like,
hey guys, I'm back from my media break.
You just get a haha react.
You come back a day later, you're like, no, actually, I'm back. If anyone cared.
oh, you were gone?
Latest MLBB hero, by the way.
First one won.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it did. But then I think throughout the day, I feel like we've seen teams who have now put Herrera at the top of their list of, all right, how do we make sure that we stop this hero from doing what it wants to do?
Yeah.
And then whether it's a specific pick, whether it's you play a specific way, I think Herrera has been shut down for at least for today. Because maybe the Herrera mains are suddenly going to come back tomorrow and say, hey, this is how to play her so that it's not so hard on you. But it's been a really tough time for Herrera.
Yeah. Very tough time because, again, her playstyle is just something that might take a while to get used to, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just one of those things where it's like, if you can't get that entry that you're looking for and then you're slowed down too much,
Yeah.
it's almost like you can't do what you need to do as an assassin jungler.
It also felt like there were some weird times and angles. That was a really funny interaction with the Flicker and the Mystic Gush. But I think Nocturne is my personal dark horse. Nana clearly is the MVP for Falcons MENA here. But Nocturne with the Falling Star moves had some really good timings.
Yeah, I really feel like Esmeralda won quite a lot in this patch. You know, more HP, more shields, really make her super viable. Especially because apparently some of the EXP laners here, they actually really do like using Esme. The only reason they don't is just because she's not part of the meta. Now that she is, they're having quite a good time. But also, let's talk about how Falcons MENA, the way that they just came back. Like, yeah, we had a pretty rough game 1, but now we just bring the heat.
Yeah. Again, when we came back from the little break that we had after game number 1, when we saw the little nice shot of the players over there, the members of Falcons MENA, they were laughing. They were still having a good time. It didn't look like that the loss from game number 1 got to them. It seems like they already knew what they needed to fix, what they needed to adjust, and then just like, let's just apply it. Let's just have fun. And then even the way Name celebrated, that was like,
Her and Nucci both.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the celebrations on there because I think that's what's important too. You know, if you have a rough game, you go back into game 2, you kind of have to reset mentally. This is something we always talk about too on these international tournaments. You got to be able to reset really quickly, and you know, to see them have their smile on the face is good to see.
Yeah, these are players that have been very uncomfortable when they lost. And now they've slowly gotten comfortable with it so that it doesn't bother them anymore. That's probably the best thing about experience, right? Because if you're inexperienced, you lose one and you feel like it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
But if you step away, it's like, no, it isn't. You still have chances.
Yeah. That is another life lesson for you. If you fail, don't be afraid to fail again. Because if you fail 5 more times, you're not a failure. You're just a loser. But every loser eventually becomes a winner.
There's a whole lot of life lessons today alone.
Yeah.
If you can do something about it tomorrow.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's it.
Okay. Well, I was ready for the second part.
Nah, just wanted the awkward time.
With
But yeah.
great responsibility.
Yeah, with great responsibility comes unlimited power.
I think that's the quote.
Yeah,
But yeah, honestly, like if you can do something about it tomorrow, then rest today and do it tomorrow.
I think
But if you can do it today, do it. Which, by the way, one life lesson my dad taught me very early on.
Okay.
If you can do it in 5 minutes, do it now.
If you can do it in 5 minutes, just might as well do it now.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good.
Meaning like
like if you can complete it.
yeah.
If you can
like
complete
for
the task.
example is like the reason he asked me to do is to throw away the trash. You know, like take it out and put it at the trash. Like if you can do this in 5 minutes, you might as well do it now. Because during that time I was like, I'll do it later. I was like, and honestly, that really changed a lot of my mindset doing things. Because at that point, I'm like, actually, I can just do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Makes you very productive.
So does that mean you never procrastinate?
If it takes longer than 5 minutes,
Okay.
then yeah, I'll procrastinate.
It was like 5 minutes and like 5 seconds. Like, nah. It's like way too long.
It's over the 5 minute threshold.
I look at the dishes and there's like 20 plates.
So you calculate each plate,
Yeah.
6 minutes, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
and then the next day it's just more.
Yeah.
I'll do it at night. But then the kids piling up. So now let's talk about this game right now. Falcons, man, they're like, huh, you dealt with us at 20% of our strength.
Yeah.
Now we put 25.
I think it was more than 25. That was a pretty dominating
That was a pretty dominating game.
They looked pretty sure. Although there were some moments where you could see it was like a little bit of a coin flip when it came to the very specific fights. There were some sequences definitely where it looks like Falcon Daisies could have won it. But then eventually they were just able to eke it out and just survive longer, which I hope this time around, game number 3 isn't a sweep stomp. Isn't a stomp? I hope it's like a back and forth. A swamp. I like swamps. Swamps are nice.
A steep.
The what?
Yes, a steep. The one with the STE double PE. Steep. All right,
Swamps.
so yeah, as we teach you more about land, we're gonna go on a short break.
Wait, that's the...
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
First impressions last. If there is that little haunting memory in your brain where you're reminded and you're thinking, hey, did I make a bad impression? You probably did. But the women of MLBB today definitely made a great impression to everyone here with the unique picks, the unique action, and now we're going to be closing out what has been a fantastic day here on Stream B for MWI 2026 with our very first third game. I didn't expect this.
Well, Hirara made a bad impression.
Yeah, she definitely... Wait, no, funny enough, she made a good impression. She started it off with a win today. But then, it's like... She catfished us.
That's the best way you can describe it. She catfished us.
Hirara's like, look at me, I'm such a great hero pick. Look at me excel. Nope.
Well, now we're jumping into the draft here pretty fast. Looks like Falcon Daisies will be the first pick. Expanding Rivers, by the way, Falcons MENA is on the second one. Banning out the EXPs here. Looks like Falcon Daisies just want to make sure that Aira has a good time in the EXP.
And we find ourselves in a similar scenario as game number 1. Falcon Daisies on the blue side, Falcons MENA on the red side, and we're in Rivers, as you pointed out. So in that time, It was Paquito, Fovius, Akai as the bans of Falcon Daisies. It seems like they're going to be going a little bit of a different route. They'll open up the Akai and ban the Esmeralda instead, which I feel like was warranted. That was a great Esmeralda game earlier by Falcons MENA's Nocturne.
Belleric is open. I wonder if it's first pickable.
I would.
I wonder, are we in that age, in that era? Oh.
Huh. I mean, Alice is a very good hero for sure.
I feel like it's because it's one of those picks where they know that there's a lot you can trade out.
Yeah.
So they just pick a really stable one and just build around what's left.
So I wonder if eventually Falcons MENA will still go for the Belleric just to make sure that if Falcon Daisies wants a dive-heavy hero, well, dive-heavy comp, then it could use Song early pay. This is what I've been asking for.
Finally, like you just said it earlier.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, good.
They rewatched the series like, oh yeah.
There's not a lot of heroes, honestly, that could match it. Although Alice did go back as the old classic counter to the Yu Zhong. Some Lapu-Lapu players can play it, but it's a little bit up in the air.
Because for me, really, like, Yuzong doesn't have... Like, he has winning matchups, but he doesn't really have losing matchups. Everything else is kind of like skill-based. If you're good enough, you're definitely going to win. And if you're not good enough, then you just lose the trades. Hanabi this early, though, is it?
Be honest.
It's... I don't know how to feel about this. I'm not super against Hanabi, which, by the way, who made the joke in Moonton to be like, you know what would be funny? We create a ninja hero that can't dash.
Yeah. Somehow she makes shields for herself. Oh,
Or is it the
Belleric.
wrong headset? No, it's that one?
All right. Belleric's here. Belleric Yu Zhong Gourd.
Pretty interesting Ling band. I can see it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know how the synergy works. Some nice. What's up? Yeah.
Wait, why would they ban the link? Did they think
The producer wanted to have a cam follow you just to make sure that you're safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm safe.
It is a good thing you're safe. We were so worried. How can you protect yourself?
Yeah, but the camera didn't follow you. So if there was another dude with a camera that was following you, that wasn't us.
That was
not us.
Good to know.
Well, Haru gets banned out here. Yeah. It's crazy about that guy being like, you know what's funny? We created ninja here that can't dash.
Yeah.
That can't dash.
Wait, why are they thinking they're gonna go Harris? You already have a Lilia, you have an Atlas. Even the Hanabi's okay. It's like, why would you ban it out?
Hey.
I'm thinking, looking at Falcons MENA, that they're just gonna go for a traditional marksman also to match it.
They just go, what, a Moskov?
Yeah, I think eventually the Moscow will be okay.
Yeah. Moscow's alright if you want to play the front to back with a chance to go for some unique angles.
Oh my god, I just think of a good line, but I think it's too late now.
What is it?
I feel like in game number 1 we have like Freya and Ling and everything.
Yeah.
I could have delivered a line where like, we came here to take names and kick ass.
Yeah.
And they took names.
Oh.
Missed opportunity. Missed
You
opportunity.
get another chance, maybe.
Yeah.
In the days.
You say maybe or baby?
maybe.
All right, thank you very
I'm not
much.
calling you baby. Maybe.
Not on broadcast.
Not a
In MLBB.
In MLBB.
MLBB.
Well, Moscow gets picked up.
I knew it.
You are so smart.
Yeah.
I
No,
knew
but
it,
were you
man.
suggesting the Moscow for the other team?
No, they have a
They have
Hanabi.
Abby.
Oh, right. My bad. It's been a long day.
It's a long day.
In MLBB.
Hey,
It's a long
we've
day.
been on the same amount of matches here, Redmore. I get it.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know, Moskov picked up, but yeah, and there's
They picked up Herrera. MENA wins. No, we're not dogging on Falcons. We're just dogging on the Herrera.
On the
pick.
Herrera.
It's
On
been
the
a
Herrera.
bad day for Herrera.
What if it's like you open with the win and you end with the win?
Oh.
So that's how you make yourself memorable.
Yeah. Okay, I'm alright with
It's not about winning or losing. It's the friends you made along the way.
That's true. And hey,
This is such a crazy lineup, by the way.
Yeah.
For Falcon Daisies, man. I'm like,
This is the kind of draft that makes me go,
this.
ooh-wee.
This. And
Well,
maybe
we
there's
rock-
a secret to it.
what's the secret sauce?
The secret sauce here. I don't know.
Okay, they have a lot of AoE. Everyone has AoE. I think the one that threw me off is the sequence. If the Hanabi and
sequence,
Alice
yeah.
later at the Hirara first.
Carmilla?
Oh no! Yo,
Speaking of AoE, speaking of AoE, am I right?
not gonna lie, that's such a good pick.
Dude, we have 2 Blood Teams heroes.
Carmilla.
Alice and Carmilla. Are they somehow related in the lore?
No,
Pretty sure not. Because Alice is just evil. Carmilla's just flirting with
Sicilians. They're both
okay.
just like undead.
Yeah. And then Alice just takes Farsa's eyes and turn her husband into a bird.
Wait, that's a jungle Carmilla.
That's a jungle Carmilla.
Yeah, it's a jungle Carmilla.
The last time I saw this was in Asia Games by Yazuki. He didn't win, by the way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he didn't win, but
Huh.
maybe this is how Hirara can win?
Because you're up against the Carmilla jungle?
What do you think of Rimmer?
What do I think of Rimmer?
What if she's just the one solo casting?
Don't do that.
I think at one point we've all solo casted at some point.
Yeah, that's true. All right, you guys do your job.
Welcome to
Hey, we get to do our jobs here in the land of Dawn. It's Milafel as well as Nizo. Yes, Nana is going to be using the Carmilla in the jungle. So the Curse of Blood should help out everyone.
Yeah. It's... Gosh, I don't even remember. I mean, whoa. They're going in right there. This is every single game,
Every
by the
single
way.
game. Level 1,
We
someone's
see
going to
this.
be almost dying. Sup, Zorn. Shout out to Zorn.
Hello.
That's all right, well, you know what? C'est la vie.
la vie.
Now Nuche is the one taking a lot of hits, but Jay as well.
Wait, how does a Carmilla jungle work in this context? Just, we've got a Wrath of Dryad, we drop down the Curse of Blood, your Mystic Gush is going to just...
I think it's
do all
more
the
on the
extra.
Mystic Gush, yeah, because you want to triple your damage. That's a fun way to use the Carmilla.
Oh man, that's quite deadly. I mean, look at this. Whoa, Flicker burned already. Jade, she's gonna burn that. Oh, they're gonna hunt down Nucci though. Nucci able to scoot on away. So, no, I almost thought that was gonna be a first blood on either side, really weaving through things. But yeah, burning some battle spells.
Good projectile by Syrinx to make sure that Starsoy doesn't get through. But yeah, I feel like it's good for both teams just to fight fair around the turtle and then see how it goes. And I can definitely see either team win because both teams have a lot of crowd control. So this is really like almost honest MLBB where it's all about team fighting, right? It's not about, you know, split pushing and etc.
And the amount of speed that they get too between having a Belric, you know, and the Carmilla is they can kind of take some surprises here to Falcon Daisies. Is Turtle's going to be up here. See how the position favors right now. Jay, she's up there fighting for control. Looks like they want to make a move down here in the mid lane. Anyway, Syrinx, she's going to hold on. Doesn't have a flicker, so she's going to rely on the projectile. There it is. First blood going over to Nucci. They get the knock up too. Jay goes down. That's 2 kills for Falcons MENA, and this is going to be a Turtle going over to them as well. Falcon Daisy still staying around it, though. They might want to just go ahead and get out of here. They don't have a jungler to contest this, but they want to go for Syrinx. The Throne of Ruin, at least for Arya. She'll pick up one. They're trying to delay it as much as they can, but Turtle secured for Falcons MENA. There's a SOD. Names, I don't think, follows that one. There's no one to pick up.
Yeah, honestly, right now it looks like we gotta look at the EXPs here because just now Nana made a very good play by throwing the Curse of Blood so that Nocturne was able to hit both members of Falcon Daisies. And yeah, I feel like the dive coming in from the EXP is the one that we really got to look out for. And yeah, that's kind of how a Carmilla jungle works. You just create the opportunity for other people to pop out.
Oh, Nocturne, and she's actually got enough of the Shaw Essence to go ahead and heal her up, so she's fine. Will survive that. She's feeling pretty good about that too. Saw the emotes there. She's going to reset, but yeah, Falcons MENA holding on to this bit of a lead they built up at this point. Oh no, Jay. I don't know if she's going to get spotted out. Okay, Nucci's there. Mystic Gush going to be used. We're going for a foo here. Not even Black Shoes. There's the Fatal Links, though, in the response. Flicker going to be burned by Syrinx. They're going for Jay. They're locking it down to the mid lane. Names throwing the SOD. They pick up another kill, though, for Falcons MENA.
I think Names really took to heart about not joining the fight until you get like, maybe after 5 minutes, then you can really join the fight, right? So right now for Falcons MENA, 1,000 gold lead. That's a substantial gold lead that they have, especially because unless Afu just joins the rotation with Starsoy, I don't think they really can get a kill because Hirara already doesn't have burst damage, but now you're dealing with heal as well. So without that anti-heal, I really don't see Falcons Daisies getting a lot of kills nicely. It's just going to be a lot of poking, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's one of those things again around that.
Actually,
that
both teams.
pick. Yeah, both teams. But I think the threat is there. It's scarier for if you're Falcons MENA to be able to utilize the setup that they have, especially around the Mystic Gush combo that we're talking about with the Carmilla, the Wrath of the Dryad. It's scarier for Falcon Daisies to deal with, at least for now, until they're able to go ahead and compete in some of these team fights. And like we've seen from the Hanabi from the previous game, it might take a while for Kiko to hit that point, hit that point of contention. This Turtle's up, second one of the game. They're going to have to fight for it anyway, just scoping things out. Black Dragon form going to be used. The Turtle's reset, though. Falcon MENA, they let the Turtle go, so that's also a crucial ultimate that's down now. Names is going to go ahead and push down that bottom turret. Fighting for the objective. Throwing a ruin. Not going to land on the targets they're looking for. They're going to fight for it anyway. Fatal Links Names, though, picks up the kill on Jay with the SOD. She'll join the fight. She's going to be looking for more. Starstory trying to get out. Arya trying to get away next with the Gleam, but it won't be enough as the Shaw Essence picks up the kill. And Falcons MENA just took a whole lot of that team fight.
I gotta say, Falcon Daisy's right idea, wrong execution, because they were trying to play around the Black Dragon form. But the thing is, you were able to dodge the Black Dragon, but he was still in the Black Dragon form. But then that was the moment that Jay tried to engage. I'm like, no, you gotta wait for that to expire, and then you guys can really go in, because in the ultimate form, then larger AoE, more damage, easier for you to get the shot essence. So the idea was there to play around the ult, just badly executed.
Yeah, and you're already seeing too, Syrinx really pumping out the damage of the Mystic Gush here, able to get the Black Shoes out from LeFou. So they're holding down in this mid lane. They want to start knocking down this tier 1 mid turret before the next objective. I mean, they already took care of a couple turrets here at Falcons MENA, looking for their next target.
Look at this. This is very interesting. Era understands that they really need anti-heal. So instead of going for the Oracle, went for Dominance Eyes. I actually feel like that's the correct play, because they don't have enough damage, and then the opponent has a lot of heals.
Yeah.
That's not a good combination if you want to win fights.
Yeah, a lot of that. Plus that Revitalize that they're working against. It's just, it's weird. It's one of those cases again, just because you haven't really been able to see Starsoy utilize this Harara just yet. She's kind of weaving in and out of the fights, but there just isn't enough damage. And at some point, as you can see, even Kiko, when she attacks Nucci, it's just like a sliver of HP that goes away. So it's one of those things where it's a lineup, a composition that needs some time to build up.
Well, nicely, let's talk about this, right?
All right, let's talk about it.
Hirara, what she wants to do is she wants to get maybe Syrinx, maybe Names, correct?
Yeah.
How you going to do that going up against a Yuzong, Carmilla, and a Belleric?
You're just going to be locked down.
Right? So I kind of feel like she wants to do something, but there's just so many ways to deny it.
They want to go for Names right now. She's got the Fatal Link. She's popping the Purify. She's going to be fine. They wanted this turret, and they got it. Falcon Daisies will get an objective now. In the mid, Arya goes down. Nocturne will pick up that one. She's having a hell of a game on this Yu Zhong, and also a Turtle going. Starsoy trying to take it down, and she won't make it happen. So 3 for 3 on the Turtles here for Falcons MENA.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. I just feel like the synergy of the draft of Falcon Daisies really isn't there, Naisu.
Yeah, we talked about it in the draft, and you can see it. It's so apparent here. Now in the mid lane, the taunt for the Wrath of the Dryad, bringing Jay back. She's gone. Kiko's gone as well. Falcons MENA picks up 2 in the mid lane. They can't get the turret just yet, though. There's a sliver of health left.
Right now, Falcons MENA, they're in such a dominating position because Nocturne is having the time of her life right now. Starsoy trying to get a kill.
Oh, Starsoy. Oh, Nocturne. Oh, and she knows it too, man. 4-0 and 2.
Oh.
Confident as hell on this Yu Zhong.
With the MENA emote as well. The what do you call it? Like exclusive? Region exclusive emotes. Yeah, so I do gotta say I would do the same thing too. Like, I'm almost dead and you still didn't have enough damage to take me down. Like, that's a bro.
Yeah, she is massive right now in the Yu Zhong. There's just, whether it's Black Dragon form or not, she's able to provide so much value. Mystic Gush dropped down. They get the flicker out from Jay early on. That's not available now, so that's a big battle spell out of the picture. They're going to continue to stay on this side of the jungle.
Look at that. That's very interesting. Nocturne went for first item Queen's Wings. So not even going for the War Axe, and then she's still such a menace, non-damage, just surviving.
She wanted those wings, man. You know, dragon wings weren't enough.
Against Alice, like I will take your wings.
I need my own. Technically, that's her.
That is her.
That
item.
is her item.
That is her item.
Those are her wings.
It's like the war axe to the Alice.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know, look at that. Look at the build too from Nocturne.
Yeah, like again, just focusing on the defense because Queen's Wings is still a very good first item just because it has a lot of stats and it makes it so that, say, the first 8 minutes of the game, you're very difficult to take down because during that time, there's not a lot of ways to reduce your heal.
Yeah, right now too, they're looking for another pick in the mid lane. A Mystic Gush dropped down. That's actually a big ultimate, not available for Syrinx. But still, the Fatal Links are there. There's no flicker for Jay. Falcon Daisies, how do they want to approach this? Do they actually want to fight? Jay might have to be the one to look for a potential pick, but you have a Purify on names. They're relatively safe. Half health from the Lord. It's going to go for a reset.
I got to say, Aira and Starsoy, they need to team up. Be like, let's dive and kill someone.
There to use the Black Dragon form too. Now they're going to be sticking on Starsoy. Nocturne's cut off from the team. They're going to try to blitz this Lord, and Nocturne holding on. 1v3. Fatal Link's going to be used, but not before she takes someone out with her. Lord's still going to be worked on. Jay's gone. The trade is 2 for 1. Nocturne knew the assignment, and she got the team the Lord.
So I'm going to be looking at Naisu as well as Remar. You guys just give a thumbs up or thumbs down. If we had an MVP, Nocturne. Yep, there you go. Thought so. So now, Aira does have the Oracle, but at this point, you kind of need a Chastise Pauldron. Right? So losing by 6,000 gold at this point, looking at the items that, oh my god, that's even a Sky Piercer from Starsoy. She's really trying to create some kind of miracle, hoping that she gets one. And then another, maybe like 3 stacks with Hirara should be enough.
It's just, you're seeing it in the team fights, man. I think this composition from Team Falcons MENA just doesn't even give them the opportunity. You know, the opportunity to get in range. Even if they see Starsoy get in range or someone from Falcon Daisies get in range, you have so many tools to deal with it. Wrath of the Dryad alone has been devastating. Nucci is pretty much just been able to post up, drop it down, revitalize as well. Lord's going to go ahead and get this charge up on the top side. Pop in this last shield up. There it is, top turret. They still have that bottom one. It goes down as well as it's pushed down by Names. She's going to work on this turret too. She has no fear right now. Names trying to get some distance, pushing back Jay. There's the projectile. They want to fight under the turret anyway. A Mystic Gush used as well. They'll clear out the turret. Nocturne will get away with 1 HP. And right now, Falcons MENA will go ahead and take down 1 base turret.
Yeah, Falcons right now, they're struggling to make their heroes work together, right?
Yeah.
Because again, that's what it means when there's no synergy. It's not that the heroes are bad, it's just that as friends, they don't cover any of the downfalls of the other heroes, or they don't even complement the advantages that other heroes really have. Like for example, Jay can get a big setup, but then the follow-up isn't going to be that great. And then for Starsoy, you want to go in and you want to assassinate someone, but then I don't know, there's no one there to help you, right? So the draft is not that synergistic.
Yeah.
That's
why.
Yeah.
Oh, Arya's going to get dragged back. Tries to get away here. Black Dragon form 2. They're just going to force it under the turret. I mean, they don't have minion waves here to push through with. So I think they just want to go and potentially force a fight. So Falcon the MENA won't be able to get anything off of that. 30 seconds for this Lord to come up. What I was going to say is, you know, it just feels like at this point for Falcon Daisies, if they want to turn this game over, they need a whole lot to happen. A lot of that has to be Kiko too. She has the trinity of items.
Yep.
She needs a bit of defense, but maybe.
I think she's going for the Malefic Gun.
Yeah, she needs that range. That's what I'm saying. It's so difficult for them to actually get into a team fight and get through that kind of wall that's set up by Falcon's MENA.
I would say in a prolonged team fight, maybe Falcon Daisies has an opportunity. Apu, I saw that she has the Enchanted Talisman.
Yeah.
Right, cooldown as well as, more importantly, the mana regeneration. So in an extended team fight, maybe they can do it well. I feel like they gotta force a mistake from Nocturne. If they're able to do that, they have a chance.
Well, she Black Dragon formed. Malefic Gun was picked up by Kiko too. Goes in with a Petrify. Trying to lock down the target. Names thrown out. The SOD, but Nocturne's gone. A quarter of the health on the Lord here. It's going to be secured up by Names. Flicker forward with the fatal links. They want to win the team fight. Mystic Gush is going to be used. Starsoy locking down Syrinx. She's trying to hunt her down. Meanwhile, another fight, but Names is still alive. Names is going against Arya, trying to gain distance, pushing her back. Names has all the space in the world. She picks up the kills. What a move from Names. 3-0-4 on the Moskov, and that is what we wanted to look out for. Falcons MENA looking to punch in the win here.
I feel like Names heard us talk about Nocturne and she took that personally. She took that a bit too personally, but yeah, that was, I feel like Falcons, they had the right idea, right? But Hirara just didn't have enough. What do I do have to say, I feel like that was a skill issue.
Yep, Black Shoe's gonna be used. They're gonna clear it out. Mystic Gush, that's just overloading with damage. Falcons MENA with a massive lead at the 15-minute mark of this game. They'll win the series against Falcons Daisies.
And again, I feel like maybe that's why they were in such a good mood, because they immediately understand after game number 1, it's like, yes, we lost, but it was our fault. We made one mistake and never again. And hey, this just shows that the veterancy that they have, calm under pressure, and then execute when it's really needed.
That was a really good series to go through. From game 1 to game 2, and then that last one, that game 3, where, you know, it just seems like they had made the adjustments they needed. Now for Falcon Daisies, they'll have another opportunity. Again, they are, you know, they lose this match, they get another chance down there. Again, it's the teams that need to go forward. They need that 2-0 to go to the knockouts. If they go 0-2, they are out for contention.